So today is the first day of ordinary time, so hence we're back to green, and I like this day. I like this day because I think it's very important for us to recognize that sanctity is lived out in the ordinary things, in the ordinary days, in the ordinary situations, not just in the spectacular or the heroic moments or those kind of once-off moments where we get to dive in front of a bus to save a child or a puppy, or whatever it may be. There are some rare occasions where there might be a split-second decision that's the difference between heroism and cowardice, or sanctity and the opposite thereof, sinfulness. But most of our lives most of our days aren't made up of those kind of moments. Most of our days are made up of really ordinary things. If you're a student, that means you're getting up, you're going to college, you're doing your assignments, you're getting them in on time, of course. You're spending time in the library, holding a cup of coffee, pretending to learn, or when you're here, or when you're in religious life, most of your life is very, very ordinary. Most of Jesus' life was very, very ordinary. 30 years where we don't really know a whole pile apart from him getting left behind the temple and then found in the temple at the age of 12. And apart from that, up until the age of 30, it was just ordinary things. Just ordinary carpentry and making furniture for people, and then some people paying and some people not paying, and little bonuses and little birthday celebrations, and just ordinary, really, really ordinary. Because sanctity is lived out in the ordinary. Sanctity, holiness, is lived out in the ordinary, which means that you and I are called to be saints today, now. In whatever you're doing. If you're a student, right now. If you're a housewife, then right now. If you're a married man, if you're a used car salesman, you're called to be a saint right now in the ordinary. Do not wait for the extraordinary or some sort of an extraordinary call or something super special, because that's not where sanctity is lived out. It's lived out today in the ordinary things. I heard a story from Jason Everett. He was talking about this old couple, and granddad and granny, or grandma as the Americans would say. And so grandpa is driving the car, and the little granddaughter, who's a teenager granddaughter, let's call her Katie, is in the back. And grandpa and grandma are there, and grandpa's driving, and grandma asks, so where are we going? Oh, we're going to visit Margaret, our daughter. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. And where is she now? Oh, she's in West Avenue. Oh, that's great, lovely. 3 minutes later, where are we going again? Oh, we're going to visit Margaret, our daughter. Oh, lovely. And where does she live now? She's in West Avenue, West Avenue. Oh, right. And 2 minutes later, and where are we going now? And the grandpa again, in the very same tone of voice, as if he'd been asked for the first time. Oh, we're just heading to see Margaret. Oh, great. And where is she now? Oh, she's in West Avenue. Oh, right. And the whole way to Margaret's house was the same question, over and over again, and grandpa always answered with this lovely, calm tone of voice, as if he'd just been asked for the first time. Meanwhile, Katie in the back is going ballistic. Would you not tell her to stop asking the same question over and over and over again? Obviously, she had dementia, So eventually, she was admitted to hospital, and Grandpa would come and visit her faithfully and spend hours at her bedside. But there came a day when Grandpa and Katie came to visit Grandma, and Grandma was in the hospital, and Grandpa walks in with a big bouquet of flowers, and he puts them in a nice vase at the end of her bed. And Grandma looks up and says, I have no idea who you are, honey, but you're really sweet. And I think that's just, that's where goodness and sanctity is lived out. Because you could be an absolute cow to someone with dementia and they wouldn't even remember. You get away with it. But he loved her. So that's where, this is where sanctity is lived out, and just in these ordinary daily things. That's why, the saints, the canonized saints that we know about, I'd say make up about 0.00001 of all the saints that are actually out there. Because the vast majority of saints live their hidden sanctity, serving their kids, serving their husbands, serving their wives, serving their people, whatever it may be. And then very often, as they get old, they get a little more forgotten about. And then maybe they're in a nursing home or in a hospital, and they maybe just pass away into old years, and no books will be written about them, and no one will document all the good things they did. So in a way, it's kind of, I was just thinking earlier how, you see, it seems evil gets all the good press. You know, if someone does something really, really stupid, really, really evil or bad, that's going to make headlines. If someone does something good, it just sounds kind of boring. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if someone does something horrific, like and drives a car into a school playground when there are kids there, you know, and hurts people, that's going to make international news. Whereas you've got someone who empties himself serving the homeless, or serving out in a foreign mission, or serving even in a mission at home, giving everything they have for love of these people, that they might come to know, love, and serve the Lord. That'll never make a headline. Never. So it seems like at times evil has all the press, you know, gets all the notice. But it doesn't really matter. What does matter is that today I recognize in the ordinary situations, the ordinary circumstances of my day, this is where I'm called to be a saint. And now is when I'm called to be a saint. Now. Right now in the ordinary things. And that will make up the majority of our life. No matter what we are, no matter how big we become, famous we become, whatever comes afterwards will come. But what I'm called to be now is a saint. And if we take advantage of these ordinary situations, then every day will be a step towards the Lord, and every day will be a step towards becoming the most perfect version of ourselves. So there's nothing ordinary about ordinary time. There's nothing ordinary about an ordinary time Mass. Every single Mass is extraordinary. There's nothing ordinary about today. What it is? Today is the 10th of January 2022. This day will never, ever, ever be repeated. So we have this one shot at today to get today right. We haven't much of it left now at the moment. It's 8:30 or something, 8:20. So we haven't much of today left, maybe 2 hours. So do the maximum with what we have, you know. When we have a job, do that to the maximum of our ability and serve and love in that. When we're talking with someone, serve and love them. When the Lord inspires us to give or contact someone or check in on someone, to serve in all those hidden, ordinary ways. That's where sanctity is lived out. So we ask the Lord today to open our eyes to the opportunities that every day gives us to become the saints that He's calling us to be. Amen.